Good morning, dear students. This is the third lecture of prepositions, and at this time we will study the prepositions with the help of the table. As usually, I have also discussed all the lectures with the help of the table, with the help of the chart. Today we are also going to study the prepositions with the help of the chart. First of all, I have already told you that preposition, it comes before a noun or a pronoun with the indication of time, place, etc. That is, this preposition, it shows the relation between noun and other parts of the speech. It indicates time, place, manner. Now you will see. And according to that, prepositions are, there are some rules which we have to see. Number one, a preposition is usually placed before a noun or pronoun it governs. That is, usually, mostly, this preposition is placed before a noun or a pronoun, as I have already told you about noun and pronoun, to which it governs. That is, about what it says. For example, many people die of malaria every year. Their malaria is used with malaria, of is used. Of here is preposition. Number second, a preposition can be placed at the beginning of a sentence. Sometimes the prepositions can be at the beginning of the sentence. It is not necessary that it can only be in the middle. For example, to whom did you give his book? To is in the beginning. To is in the start of the sentence. In the same way, in which shop did you buy this pen? That is, in is at the beginning. Third, sometimes the preposition is placed last for the sake of the emphasis. That is, we can say that preposition is also used at the end of the sentences, because at the time we want to give the emphasis upon something. That means we want to give the stress upon something. For example, our president is known all the world over. Here this over gives a stress upon our president. Or this they insist on. The on is here at the end because it gives the stress upon this. In the same way, there are many words which can be used both as preposition as an adverb. There are some words, as we have already seen in the parts of speech, that same word is used for different parts of speech. I already told you that in English, this happens that the words gives the meaning in the sentences. Here the same is that so many words are used both as preposition as well as adverb. For example, Rani was here before 8. Before. Kumar had not done this sort of the work before. Yani ki here in the beginning, Rani was here before 8. It is used as an adverb, and in the second it is used as an preposition. There are certain words which always take infinitive after them. Certain words are which you have to remember. Also, I will give the list of these words with whom there is always infinitive to. You have to remember them, that they will not come without infinitive to. I will give you the list of those words. They refuse his earnest request. Yani ki to refuse is always together. We agree to disagree with you on these points. To disagree, it always comes together. Prepositions are also divided into three types. They are as time, place and manner. Time, place and manner, that is according time. First of all, we will discuss prepositions on the basis of their structure. That is simple, compound and phrase. These are of three types. Simple, in case of simple, there is in, on, at, from, to, of, up, for, with, till, out, through, etc. Compound, it is known to you that means combination of the two. Between, beside, below, before, above, among, around, without. These are compound ones. And there are some phrases also. I have already given you the definition about the phrases. That phrase is part of the sentences. They have not clear meaning. I have also told you the difference between phrase and the clause. I told you that in case of clause, verb is compulsory, mandatory. But in case of phrase, verb is not mandatory. For example, because of, in order to, in place of, in addition to, etc. Prepositions are also divided on the basis of their work. For example, there are some prepositions which show time, place, manner, reason, purpose, possession, contrast, concession. These are some types of the prepositions which we will also discuss in broadly, but here we will give only the main points about them. That is, it is placed before a noun or a pronoun with the indication of. Yani ki, I already told you that they are placed before a noun or a pronoun. And what they indicate is, time one indicates time. For example, he stayed here for many years. For here shows time for how many years? Place. They ran across the road. It showed from where? From the road, across the road. Manner means in which way. He fought with courage. With here is used with the courage. In what manner? Reason. For example, he is suffering from fever. What is the reason of his suffering? Purpose. He sacrificed everything for his children. Here means that what is purpose of his sacrifice? That is for his children. Possession. Possession means to whom it belongs. This is a building of Mohan. It belongs to Mohan. Contrast means when we make the compare, for all his fortune, he is not happy. Even though he has good fortune, he has good luck, but still he is not happy. Concession. With all his faults, he adores him. Even though he has done the faults, but still she accepts him. Reasoning, that is for reason. From what we knew of them, he avoids of them. Why? What is the reason of that? I think that you have understood this. I will show another slide with you. This is also in case. That is preposition of. I told you that preposition of time. It is the same which I have already, but now it is in the circular. Preposition of time. It is placed before a noun or a pronoun with the indication of the time. I already told you. For example, he stayed here for many years. That is, for shows time. In the same way, there is place. For example, in a preposition of place, it is placed before a noun or a pronoun with the indication of the place. It shows the place. For example, they ran across the road. From where they ran? I already told you this. Manner, in the same way, manner shows in which, it indicates the manner, in which way. For example, he fought with courage. In which way he has fought? In the same way, reason. Reason indicates reason. For example, he is suffering from fever, which I have already told you. In the same way, purpose. Purpose, once again, it shows purpose. For example, he sacrificed everything for his children. I have already discussed these rules as well as examples. Possession, it is placed before a noun or a pronoun, indicates of possession. For example, this is the building of Mohan. We have discussed all of them. Contrast, we have discussed. Concession, we have already discussed them. I hope that you have understood this with the help of the table, but still we will discuss them with elaboration. I will send you more videos upon this. Don't worry. But only one thing is that please send the feedback upon this Salim Services Academy SSA, because feedback is necessary. You have to write the feedback that may be positive as well as negative. I hope that you will send the feedback in the comment section upon the YouTube. Thanks. Okay, bye.